It is the very middle of the day here in Australia and the end of my work day. But I wanted to start talking to you and coming back and doing some of these videos live and making sure that we're keeping the conversations going. Didn't tell anybody I was going to be doing this today. Wanted to see how I went, how my energy levels were going, and so far I'm doing okay. Now, true to form, in the couple of weeks that I haven't been as involved with Facebook as I used to be, all the things on how you go live appear to have changed. So if you're watching and you're commenting, I actually can't see you. So looking forward, let me see. Oh, Carol, hey, comments coming through. Check that out. That is pretty cool. Can't see myself, so goodness knows if I've got food in my teeth or anything hideous like that. Now I'll just hide my mouth. Hey, it is so great to be back live and to do it without a migraine. I just cannot thank you all enough for your encouragement and affirmation and support over the last couple of weeks. It has been an incredible learning for me in terms of community, in terms of how we connect and how we get in and help each other out and do what we say we're going to do for each other. The fact that it's been done to me was really hard for me to accept in the beginning, but very humbling. And I am such a big believer in the better together hashtag that I've started using, because we're going to need it, aren't we? With everything that's going on now, we are going to need each other. And I'm going to do tomorrow's episode on that. I've been thinking about it. I want to process my thoughts some more before I launch into that. So I'm really grateful to be back at work. I have been working it feels like very slowly. Prior to my fractured eye, I was working about 20 hours a week and doing okay with that. But it was really difficult to get through the day. My ability to function in the afternoon my capacity would deteriorate very quickly. And I've been living with atrocious migraines that will last for 3 days. And anyway, you don't need to know all the gory details. So when the eye fracture occurred, which was the result of a migraine, by the way, if you need the gory details on that, find somebody who knows the story. It became clear to me that even though I thought I was going slow, that maybe I needed to go slower. And one of the biggest, most important principles of energy management or fatigue management is that you need to stop before you're exhausted. And I had been living in a place of exhaustion for so long, I didn't realize how exhausted I was. It's very hard to stop before you're tired, especially for those of us that are task-driven. It's very hard for us to stop before we're exhausted for those of us who just want to do one more thing and just want to do one more thing. But that principle, I can assure you, if you can incorporate that into your life, you are going to serve yourself incredibly well, especially in the coming months, as the emotional load and the cognitive load continues to bear down upon us as health professionals. We've got so much more change coming. We've got more change coming with the reversal of all our COVID shelter in place situations. We've got more change coming with the way people are going to be processing the racial difficulties, challenges, flat out horror that's going on in the United States. And you know what, just because it's in the United States doesn't mean it doesn't affect us here in Australia. We've got our own issues to deal with. And anything that happens in the US will often follow here in Australia. So really feeling for everybody this week. Your hearts must be incredibly heavy. Some exceptional thank yous. I want to thank Nicola for stepping in and helping me manage information. When you injure your eye and people are reaching out to you in a written format, it makes it really hard. But nobody knew I had an injured eye because I hadn't been able to see to tell anybody. So my gorgeous Inner Circle crew got in touch with me, and that's when I knew I needed some help in being able to communicate what was happening. So thank you, Nicola, so much for stepping up, stepping in and helping me craft some messages that help people know that I was okay and how to love on me. Thank you to every person who sent a card and a message and a gift and coffee vouchers and coffee memes. You are greatly appreciated, and I do hope that I have thanked you publicly. There may be a few that have slipped through the cracks, because I assure you my brain does not function, my memory does not function the way it used to, and that has really it's dampened my self-confidence, and I just don't want people to feel like they're being ignored. So if that was you and I haven't publicly said thank you, I apologize for that right now. A really big thank you to Montoya, who came up with the idea of the guest This Is Private Practice episodes. Haven't they been amazing? I am so in awe. I loved watching those episodes. I didn't watch them. Nicola took all of those. I didn't watch them a bit until they went up. And then I discovered if I created watch parties, then people could watch them with me. So it was like I was watching them live anyway. That was a lot of fun. Hello, beautiful Linda Kemp. So we're going to do those guest posts again. Not sure when. I'm still getting my head around when things are going to happen, but I will put a call out and put a framework around it and let you know, because we have so much to learn from each other and so much that we can contribute to the development and learning of each other. Not one person has all the answers. Not one person has all the answers, which is why community is so powerful. And this is a strong community full of amazing people. A lot of people who feel like they don't fit anywhere else. So welcome. You are welcome here. I want to serve you, and I know that this community wants to serve you as well. So thank you so much to the people who took the time, thought about a message, got prepared, brought their coffee cups to their This Is Private Practice videos. Thank you for the kind words. Oh my gosh, there were some times I really needed to hear some of those messages. As I was explaining before, my confidence is a bit shaky at the moment. Angela Clack, we are awake at the same time. That is cool. This is a good time of the day for me to be doing this stuff. So my big takeaway and what I want to encourage you all with today is that we are better together. Now, even if you are a solo practitioner and that's what you want to do, because for some of us, that is the best way to do this work. But it doesn't mean that we have to be in isolation. It means we need to go and build, create, find, become a part of a group of people, a tribe, if you will, that love you, support you unconditionally, don't put up with your crap, because we don't need that. We don't need yes people in our lives, but a place where you can feel safe, a place where you can go and say, I'm struggling with this today. And it doesn't always have to be about practice building. I know in the two communities I facilitate, we talk about a lot of stuff. Hair gets mentioned a lot. Women's undergarments get mentioned a fair bit. Family dynamics get mentioned a lot. The guilt of family dynamics get mentioned a lot. So if you're interested in knowing more about one of my communities, that would be a place that you would like to be a part of, especially these coming months where I think we need more and more attention to who we are, not what we do, because who we are is going to enable us to connect with what we do so much more effectively, and it will stop us from burning out, getting sick, being overwhelmed, becoming paralyzed by all of the grief, the loss, the hysteria that is around us. We are going to need each other more, and not for therapy, just for support. Therapists are over there. They're awesome. Psychologists are over there. They're awesome. I am just offering you a place to be real and heard, and then get your butt kicked with love. So it is now the end of my work day. To the people, there's a couple of them who are keeping me accountable to making sure that I finish work before I'm exhausted. I thank you, because that is not an easy task to be tasked with. But I'm looking forward to coming to you again tomorrow the migraine god's going to stay away and we can share more about being in private practice. But until then, go be your awesome self.